I love my sponsors.
Wow, the champ is here.
Love my sponsors.
You got the gloves in the trunks too?
I want to thank my sponsors. Thank my sponsors. I like sponsors, baby. Love y'all.
I thought you might have that hanging on the wall somewhere with Ali's signature on it.
No, I ain't gonna do all that. You know, he wants you to wear it. He wants you to be, you know, I got enough behind him. He wants you to wear it. That's how he was.
Wow, that's nice. I like that. I like that. That'd be like a robe you wear when you had a date over, Black. You know, it's like, okay.
I tell you, there's a pipe. Put a pipe in there.
Yeah, the champion, baby. The heavyweight world champion. The greatest. The greatest.
Who loves you? Who loves you, girl?
You're ready to box you out.
Yeah.
You're knock out.
Hey, look, it is only for special occasions.
Oh.
Welcome to the NFL Picks Week 8 with the Goon Squad. It is Black Thor and the champ, Ice Water. Last week was a good week for Puma. I came in with an 11-3 record. Ice came in second with a 10-4 record. And Black and Pop, they went 500, 7-7. And the order has changed. Pop is still in the lead by one game. Ice behind him. Pop has a 71-33 record and one tie. Ice Water has a 70-34 and one tie record. I have a 69-35 and one draw. And Black is bringing up the rear with 68-36 and one draw.
Can you run through those standings one more time? I think I lost it.
Wait, man, I thought I had a 69 there. Hang on a second. Yeah, please run through that again.
I had a 69.
Can you, you know, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. It was too much.
So again, Ice Water is in second with a 70-34 and one record. And Black is still, he's doing his gazetas and cipher right now, checking my stats, which he usually does every year.
Come on, baby. This time of year, the numbers get funny, baby. They get a little funny, but that's all right.
Top Hat is still in the lead with 71-33 and one tie. And I'm coming right behind Ice Water with a 69-35 and one record. And Black has a 68-36 and one record. Give me a synopsis of what happened last week when you were watching the games, Ice Water, and what transpired. And I know we were on the phone. You were like, hey, I got to look at this. There's going to be some changes this week.
Yeah. Like it might be some changes on Tuesday. You know, I don't know yet. I had to look at it. I take a real close look. And, I mean, it was a little scary, but I was surprised by Arizona. I mean, they came up, had Seattle there, and Chicago, really? Chicago let you down, and just the shameful play of the Cowboys was just really bad. But other than that, I mean, things were kind of what they were. You know, them Bengals looking good, though. They're coming on. They're playing real well. But once OBJ got hurt, Cleveland started to act like they wanted to play some football. So there's a lot of tight games. There's a lot of kind of what ifs, a lot of injuries too. I mean, I understand the whole Michael Thomas thing is like, really, just trade the brothers. You don't want him. You know, I think Tampa has another opening. They're taking everybody. So,
yeah, they got Antonio Brown signed him this week. Black, what are some of the things that you noticed last week in week 7 in your picks?
Well, you know, it's funny you say 500, man, because it was about 3 or 4 games that could really kind of help me if they went a different way. The Atlanta game, I can't imagine. Atlanta had that game put away. You might have talked about it on Monday when you said they want to blame Gurley. You don't let them come down and score a touchdown, 1 minute left to go, bro. You just can't do that. That game should have been put away. Tennessee, you got the kicker missing a kick at the end. They could have taken it to overtime. Those are 2 losses right there. And this a loss here I did not see coming. Like I said, the Cowboys, who would have thought the Cowboys would get shellacked? Ever heard that word since the honeymooners? Shellacked by the Washington football team, what they did, bro. I mean, they basically gave up that game for the most part. They gave that game up, and they set it aside. Arizona, I mean, I took Seattle, and I felt good about it going to bed. I went to bed, thought that, you know, that was a win. You wake up and you're like, whoa. and Chicago. I mean, I think there was some type of ruffling going on between the head coach and Foles, but Chicago got their ass fed to them on Monday night, man. And that I didn't see happening. I didn't see the Rams stepping up that way and punch them in the mouth. So this has been, 7-7. I look at it. It's a week that I can learn from. But it was just a week with some teams you just thought would kind of do a little better. They kind of really show up. And they did. Some teams showed up but just didn't finish. Yeah. That I kind of thought would win. They kind of showed, but they just didn't finish. And for that week, I'm okay with that. It wasn't like a game. So other than the Cowboy game, I really wasn't that wide off. But, that was it. That was most of my picks for the week.
Yeah, that Giants game, I thought I knew I had that one. And then when that receiver dropped that ball, when the Giants were trying to put that game away, you just knew. I just knew that, okay, this is the end of the game. And Arizona, I said last week that I thought Arizona plays Seattle tough. They really played them tough. And it got to a point where who wants to win the game more? And Arizona stepped up and won that game in overtime a little bit more. Kyler Murray showed out a little bit. And there was even one picture where Kyler Murray saw his receiver open and just started smiling before he even threw the ball and threw a touchdown to Hopkins in the left-hand corner of that game. It was like a beautiful thing to see a young man just off his rookie year just having fun playing football. That's what you want to see out there. This week, the order changes. Ice Water is first, followed by Pop, followed by me, and then Black Thor goes last. So
I'm talking about, baby.
It may be a longer show because Black is going to kind of maneuver.
Oh, here we go. You said that last week. You said that last week. Come on.
One, where can I? Yeah.
You just keep swinging for the fences. You just keep doing that. Stay in that lane. There you go. Close your eyes, Rick.
Yeah, Pop said, "Hey, I might even close my eyes this week after the week you had last week." So let's start it off. So Ice Water, you have Atlanta at Carolina. Who you got?
Wow. Who should I pick, Black Thor?
Gotta be some notes in that jacket you got on, bro. Take that roll.
You're right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. So I want to roll with Carolina. Atlanta has been up and down. Not sure if McCaffrey's going to come back or not, but it doesn't matter. I think Carolina's going to rebound. Atlanta's just finding crazy ways to lose, particularly on the road. I don't know if they can get that done, but might surprise me, but I don't think so. I'm going to take Carolina to win.
Yeah, Papa's going with Carolina. I'm going with Carolina, too. Atlanta has a problem with stopping the pass. And if Carolina starts to dink and dunk and then use that running game, I think that Atlanta won't be able to finish the game, and Carolina will win at home. Black, who you got?
Looking at this week lineup of games, man, I may not be able to catch any ground this week, and I'm okay with that, where we are in the season. Carolina played the Saints very well. They could have easily won that game.
Yeah.
I think they had an opportunity to come down with a drive, and things got a little shaky, but they're going to take out the Falcons. The Falcons, like I said, they find a reason just to give games up, man. They'll find a reason. They'll play good enough and find a reason to give it to you at the end. But this is not even going to be close. I'm taking the Panthers with this one.
All right. Next game on tap is New England versus Buffalo. Ice, who you got?
Wow, New England. I mean, you don't know where they're coming from. What's really going on with Cam Newton? Is he hurt? Is he just playing bad? It's not a lot of answers. They don't know who the hell is playing wide receiver. So with that being said, I'm going to go with Buffalo. I think Buffalo is trying to rebound and really start a streak again. So I think they should handle this easily. So Buffalo.
All right. Papa's going with Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo. I wouldn't be surprised if New England comes back and beat Buffalo, because Buffalo just seems like every time that they get to a point where you think that you can believe in this team to go further, something happens. One of the division teams comes and pops them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can't got it together. But New England needs receivers. I don't know why they're not going out there and getting some receivers to give Cam Newton somebody to throw it to. But I look forward to seeing New England, how they respond after the last couple of weeks and Cam hasn't had a good game, and see if that defense responds also. Black?
Yeah, Buffalo, they look very unimpressed last week in the Jets, man. I don't know what they were doing. They won, but it shouldn't have been that hard for them to beat the Jets. It was much harder than it should have been. I think Cam days, I'll say this, man, are kind of numbered. I think West Ham going to give him more opportunity, but if he continues to kind of play the way he's playing, and they does have receivers, but that's no excuse for throwing bad balls, bro. It's just no excuse. And his reads are bad. Sometimes when he missed receivers, he missed them badly, bro. They're open and he's just not hitting them. And I said this a few weeks ago. And even he's saying he might be benched soon. So, well, even that being said, I'm going to take the Bills. I think the Bills do enough with this. I don't think the Patriots have enough to kind of really get things back in order and take a win this week. So I'll take the Bills.
All right. Next game on tap is Minnesota versus Green Bay. Ice, who you got?
Wow. Kirk Cousins again. Yeah, I don't see it. Green Bay has endured injuries, all kinds of stuff like that too. But I really do think Rodgers is trying to get his speed back up, get that team ready to play again strong. So I think they'll get it done against the mistake-prone Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going with Green Bay.
All right. Papa's going with Green Bay at home. I'm also going with Green Bay and Lambeau. Black, who you got?
Green Bay tends to feast on teams that just aren't that good, just like last week against the Texans. So I'm taking Green Bay on this one.
All right. Next game on tap is the New York Jets versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Ice, who you got?
Man, who's playing quarterback for the Jets? Not like it matters. Anyway, I'm going to take Kansas City, man. I think this is another week for them to kind of get Le'Veon Bell acclimated to the offense. They're going to keep moving the ball, trying different things, and get ready for the playoffs. So Kansas City.
Yep. Papa's going with Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell gets to see his old team and get some revenge on the Jets. So look for a steady diet of Le'Veon Bell. He looked good last week, so I can't even imagine whether or not the Jets team will kind of step up and lay him out a few times, but we'll see how that happens. Got to go with Kansas City in this game. Black?
Cross the board, baby. Come on, cross the board. Kansas City. Let's not waste time. It's on the show. I'm going to speed it up right here.
But you're trying to pick up some games. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, you're not with the Jets.
Next game on tap is Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. Ice, who you got?
Wow, Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. Well, Pittsburgh won last week. They just kind of gutted it out. Baltimore's been up and down. They have not really seen what's going on. And I heard a stat last week that with the undefeated that late in the season, the team that wins that game usually goes to the Super Bowl. I was like, okay. So they saying Pittsburgh going to the Super Bowl. That's all well and good. I'm going with Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to win that game. I think that Pittsburgh is due for a loss. They're excited, and maybe they'll prove me wrong again, keep proving me wrong. But I think Lamar Jackson has a little something to prove. And what a better way to do it on a bigger stage than against Pittsburgh. So I'm going with Baltimore.
All right. Pop was up in the air about this game, and he finally settled on Baltimore. And so I agree with him. I'm going with Baltimore. I'm loving what Pittsburgh is doing, but I think they're due for a loss. And I read, I think the same stat or a similar stat said when you're 6-0 and two teams are undefeated going into that undefeated game, that they win the Super Bowl. But, hold tight on that before you crown Pittsburgh Steelers right now. But this is a rivalry game. This is a game you want to watch this week. It's going to be some hard hitting. It's going to be slobber knockers going on all day. These two teams go at each other. So, Baltimore. Black?
Yeah, that record is something that they need to keep back in the books because I don't know when the last time 2 6-0 teams played and somebody with the Super Bowl. So I don't know when that happened. Show me that team and I'll be listening to it. I'm going to be the only one to take the Steelers here, man. I think the Steelers have something going on. I really do. I think their receiver core is better, as good has been in a long period of time. I think they have that rookie running back, so they're not relying on the other running back that much. Ben is starting to play better. The defense is nothing spectacular, but they're doing enough. And I think this is the type of game here they're going to get after Lamar. And Lamar sometimes is starting to press just a little bit too much. He's starting to press. And I think their head's still kind of a little goofy after they got beat down by the Chiefs. So I really don't want to take the Steelers, but I'll take the Steelers with this one.
All right. Next game on tap is Tennessee versus Cincinnati. Ice, you said you love Joe Burrow. You liking him. You liking what Cincinnati's doing. Who you got?
I do like them. I like them at home, but I think the problem is, though, Tennessee came off a very tough loss. That's a game they think deep down inside they're saying we should have won that game. Field goal kicker, really, another kicker. But I think that they need to rebound. And the problem with that is the Bengals get hyped up. they give up a lot of points, and I think that's going to be a problem because I'm not sure if they can stop Derrick Henry. So, and plus two, there's a lot of influx going on the defensive end. People saying they want to be traded. They're telling people to stay home. Offensively, I think the Bengals will still move the ball, but defensively, it seems like they're in shambles right now. So I'm going to choose the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. Pop goes with Tennessee also. If the defense is in a flux, that's not a good way of going into the game facing Henry. That is not a good way if you're in flux trying to tackle that big dude. So I'm going with Tennessee also. Black, who you got?
Yeah, this one is. I'm happy for Cincinnati. I think they're trending in the right direction. I just wish their players would just shut up and just play. But I'm taking the Titans with this one. Like you said, that was a game they probably could have won last week. They should be disappointed. They should feel upset, especially at their kicker. They probably won't, though, because they had a chance if they got to overtime to take it. They battled back in that game, man. They really did like warriors. But they should win this one kind of easily. So I'm going to take Tennessee.
All right. Next game on tap is the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Cleveland Browns. The Browns had an impressive win over Cincinnati, but it was still Cincinnati. All right, so who you got?
Wow, this is a tough game, man. Raiders off and on. You don't know which week they're going to show up, whatever. And they have the ability, potential to kind of do some things. In Cleveland, it's like, oh, my God, you just don't know. But OBJ, the injury, and I hate to just belabor that and say it's his fault because it's not. But something about that when Baker Mayfield seemed a little bit more relaxed when he was out the game. With Lamar Hunt, they got not Lamar, I'm sorry, with Hunt, they have so many different weapons now that they can just keep the ball moving and they make plays. So it's on the road. Might be a little chilly in Cleveland. I'm going to go with the Browns.
Okay. Pop is going with the Las Vegas Raiders with this one. I'm going with Cleveland, too, with this one at home. I don't know what Raider team is going to show up. I thought they would show up and play Tampa way better than they played them last week. It just didn't happen. So I'm going with the Browns at home. Black?
That's the game I forgot to mention about earlier, man.
Yeah.
I took the Raiders, and they got shellacked themselves, man. It was like, whoa. I can't do them 2 weeks in a row, man. I'm not totally convinced with Cleveland, but the Raiders are that bad enough where Cleveland probably will win this game. And I agree with Ice. I think that they're going to do better now offensively, that they're not trying to rely on OBJ and kind of spread the ball around because they have some talent in a lot of places on offense. So, yeah, I think the Browns will take this one.
All right. Next game on tap is the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. Ice, who you got?
Wow, this is crazy. The Rams won. They won the last game. They beat Chicago, and they impressed me to a point. But I think in the future, this is a game that Miami could possibly win, and because they'll be settled at quarterback, I think they might be starting Tua this week.
Yes,
a little bit too much, so quick, especially against the Rams. And who knows? This might be a game. Donald wakes up and says, "I want to play," and start chasing him around. But with all that being said, I'm still have to go with the Rams because I think they have enough experience to win the game. So I think they will secure the victory. So the Rams.
All right. Pop is going with the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going against my old rule that the team that plays on Monday night, when they travel, they lose. Got to go with the Rams with that defense that they showed against Chicago. I think Nick Foles was talking a lot of junk about the Rams defense, and defense just got after him. And now Coach Nagy is in the hot seat here in Chicago. A lot of people are saying, hey, you're an offensive guy. You're supposed to be an offensive guru. How come our offense can't score more than 3 points? So he has some explaining to do. So I got to go with the Rams in this one against Tua. I hope he has a great game. I really do. I'm really rooting for him. He was my number one pick coming out of the draft last year. Seeing him play at Alabama, and hope he does well, but not this week. Black?
I've been saying they should probably start Tua, but not this week, man.
You've been pushing for it. You've been saying, hey, throw him in. Now they're throwing him in.
Not against Donald, baby. They may want to rethink this. I know Friday got a chance to kind of really change the plays, act like he got a stomach ache or something like that. He stepped on a banana peel, do something. Do not start this man against Donald. It's not going to be pretty. I'm taking the Rams in this one. I'm taking the Save Tua. Save Tua. Save him, man. That's not this week. Don't put him out there.
You already put Fitzpatrick in a depressive state when he found out he wasn't starting. So now you got to go back to him. It's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, Fitzmagic, you might be coming in the game at some point in this one because to start him against the Los Angeles Rams and what they did to Chicago Monday night, man, that was impressive. Mm-hmm. Next game on tap is Indianapolis versus Detroit. All right, so you got
Detroit at home. Defense come along strong. Might get after that quarterback over there, but Indianapolis is kind of tricky, and they have a good defense that plays well against like Stafford in the past. So even though they're going to be on the road and they're kind of shaky at times, and that old man throwing that sidearm football, which I really don't like, but I still think Indianapolis is going to pull it out. I think you're asking a lot for Detroit to win like 3 straight games in a row. It's 3-3. So yeah, I think we're gonna roll Indianapolis based off of that.
All right, Pop is going Indianapolis also. You know what? I'm asking a lot. You're a professional football team. You better win, Detroit. I'm going with Detroit in this game. I don't care about 3 in a row. Win this game. Indianapolis not that good, and get 3 interceptions from Rivers. You can get 3 interceptions. He can throw 5 in the game. He can throw 3. Give me Detroit. Black.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm going to take Detroit, man, because Rivers will give the ball up. And the Colts defense is not what it was a few weeks ago. They just now, I know they had a bye maybe last week, but as I watched them, their defense doesn't seem like they're doing a job like they was once doing or once there was Harold to be doing. I think Detroit got some cooking there, bro. I know 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 20 weeks, whatever. I think this team is kind of feeling itself. It's not the same old Detroit Lions we've seen over the years. I know Atlanta's nothing special, but the way they came down the field, and I always like the fact how they're using Swift too from Georgia, that running back. Mm-hmm. This is not the same on line, so it makes it easy for me to take Detroit with this one.
All right. Next game on tap is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. This was a tough one for me to kind of decide for a number of reasons. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, Denver's defense at times he shows up, and I'm not sure. Lindsey came back last week, then he got hurt, but he was like really running well, and then he got hurt, or they sat him down. They brought in Gordon, and he did well, and they've been winning some ugly games and playing kind of ugly, but their quarterback just still makes me a little nervous, and I think the offensive line is a bit much to left to be desired. So. And I liked the Chargers quarterback, the young guy. He found a way to throw that rock around, and they had just enough pieces. So I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one.
All right. Pop is going with the Los Angeles Chargers also. I was going to pick Denver, but I had to look at the defenses and who seems to be a better defense. And even though Denver has been playing some great defense, I got to give it to the Chargers to get Locke to make some mistakes in that game. And I think turnovers will determine this game. So I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers. Black, who you got?
I'm happy that the Chargers won last week because I was basically saying whoever lost that week between the Chargers and Jacksonville, the coach would probably be in the hot seat. And I saw some headlines throughout the week that Jacksonville head coach is on the hot seat. So kudos to Anthony Lynn. Keep it going. He'll keep it going this week too, man. He'll beat Denver. I'm taking the Chargers.
All right. Next game on tap is New Orleans versus Chicago. Ice Water. Wow. Feeling that Chicago vibe?
I did last week. You see what it got me. When I read that the quarterback and the coach were having issues offensively, that does not spell a good thing. And New Orleans, the defense, when they can cause some problems. So Foles is trying to throw the ball when they want to play. They have the personnel when they want to play. They can get the job done. And the question is Chicago going to be able to go back to back, especially on the short week? Is that defense going to be able to turn around? So with that being said, I'm going to take New Orleans for the win.
All right. Pop is going with New Orleans. I kind of like New Orleans secondary against any of those receivers that Chicago's putting out on the field. I don't see them getting any separation. And there have been some discussions between Foles and Coach Nagy. And Foles kind of saying, hey, some of these plays that you're calling is just not going to work. And so hopefully they'll get on the same page. But I got to go with New Orleans Saints with this one. I think they have a better offense, and I think they have a better defense. Black?
That's some cold stuff if your quarterback is saying that to you, that your plays you're calling ain't working. I think Nagy has to do one or two things. Either listen to him, I hate to say this, because he's on the field, or you're going to give the calling duties to somebody else. I think New Orleans is going to play good in this game for one reason in the back of their mind. Tampa Bay is starting to kick some ass. And they're paying attention, and they realize they got to start to keep up. I know they beat them early in the season, but that was early in the season. Tampa Bay's starting to get it together. So if you want to go out there and not play well and Drew Brees throwing the ball in the dirt, it ain't going to work. So for that reason alone, I'm taking the Saints. They got to start coming strong.
Yeah, their window, I thought it was pretty much shut, but their window of opportunity, I mean, I think this is the last.
This is it.
And for them.
Yeah, it's it.
This year, I can't see them overtaking anybody in the NFC. Those playoff teams in the NFC. Next game on tap is San Francisco versus Seattle. Seattle took it on the chin in overtime. Black went to sleep at halftime thinking that Seattle had the game. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray.
Fourth quarter. It wasn't halftime. I'm sorry.
Fourth quarter? You fell asleep in the fourth quarter? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kyler Murray came in, and it just seemed like they just wanted it a little bit more, Arizona. So, Ice, who you got?
Well, I know Garoppolo has been improving a little bit, throwing the ball around, but Russell Wilson at home, I like to lose twice, not 2 times in a row. So I think he need to redeem himself. That's a lot of interceptions, probably almost the most he's thrown in the whole daggone season, all last week.
Yeah.
But I can see the redemption. I still like the way they're going, and I'm going to choose Seattle to win that game.
Okay. Papa's going with San Francisco in this particular game. I'm going with Seattle to bounce back from last week's loss. You can just tell on Russell's face that it just didn't sit well with them. And I think Seattle lost to San Francisco last year, and it was a real close game. I think they stopped them on the 1-yard line or something like that. And I got to believe that they've been thinking about that all year and marking their calendars on this game. So I'm going with Seattle. Black, who you got?
49ers are definitely starting to play better. Maybe they're starting to hit their groove, but I'm going with Seattle, but I have serious questions about Seattle's defense. I think Russell will bounce back because I think in the back of his mind, he wants MVP this year. I think he's tired of these young guns basically kind of outplaying him and playing his style of football and getting MVP. So for that reason, I think he'll play well, but I just don't trust the Seattle defense. And they're going to give up some points, but I'm hoping at the end Seattle will win. I'll take the Seattle Seahawks.
All right. Next game on tap is Dallas versus Philadelphia. I would like them to switch this game wherever it is, put something else on. I don't want to see these two bad teams play. Ice, who you got?
Andy Dalton's not going to play. They got a guy from James Madison. I mean, I don't know. They should bring in somebody else to play quarterback. Kaepernick, anyway.
Jay Cutler. Blake Bortles.
Why not Kaepernick?
I don't want Kaepernick on the Cowboys.
I know you don't, but that ain't.
You know the owner don't want Kaepernick on the Cowboys.
This is the time to do it, to piss everybody off. Bring him back. Come on, bro.
That owner don't want Kaepernick on the America's team. No,
yeah. You want to play? Come on. You really want to play? Now you say nobody wants you. It's an opportunity. You want to play? We need you. Come on. Anyway, I'm gonna choose Philadelphia.
This one's gonna be a bad one. Papa's going with Philadelphia. I couldn't even get the names of the teams out before he said Philadelphia. I had it all written down. Had it, man. You almost feel sorry for the Cowboy fans, but nah, I don't. Gotta go with Philly in this game. Black.
I said in the show Monday night, I felt sorry for Jerry Jones. And then he came out Tuesday and acted like a jackass on the radio and got mad.
I was shocked you said that.
Yeah. The guy asked him about leadership, and there is no leadership on his team. And I would say this. I've seen people in the past couple of days acting like if Dak was there, he gives leadership You all couldn't beat the Falcons with Dak on the back of the quarterback. Don't act like Dak is some savior. I mean, and I'm not trying to kick the Cowboys right now, but stop acting like Dak Prescott. He was there. Oh, we had the leadership. You all didn't win games when he was there. That team is a mess. That team is an absolute mess from the coach on down. And Jerry Jones is going to ride out this coach and say, he's your man. Okay, he's your man. You're going to see how far he takes you. I'm not happy about the Eagles winning, but I got to take him. There's no way the Cowboys. Zeke fumbled 2 times. He may want to remove that belly tattoo because he ain't done nothing since he got that. Actually, ain't done nothing since he got that contract.
Yeah. This is a game that we call Queen of the Pigs. Queen of the Pigs games. Who's going to win this in a division that nobody wants to win? The next game and last game on tap is Tampa Bay versus the Giants. This is another game they should just switch out. Ice, who you got?
Yeah, Brady's starting to warm up a little bit. Godwin is out this week, so I think this should be the Mike Evans show. They need to get some chemistry with him before Antonio Brown shows up. So should be Tampa Bay all day. Maybe Gronk get a little bit more love, and this is where they can work some things out against the Giants. So Tampa Bay.
All right, Tampa Bay. Pop goes with Tampa Bay also. I'm sorry, Tom Brady, for all the stuff I said weeks before about you getting old and forgetful and dementia and all that other stuff. So I'm picking you. I'll go with you. I'm so sorry, Tom Brady.
Don't apologize now.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe Tom Brady will get flashback of them Giant uniforms and then freeze up in them and have flashbacks of those Super Bowls and get the Giants one. But I got to go with Tampa Bay on this one. Black, who you got?
Man, I watched the Giants a little bit that week. I think I watched the last 6 minutes. And I can honestly tell you, they're so void of talent on both sides of the field.
Yeah.
It's utterly ridiculous, bro. What is that general manager doing? I mean, there's no talent. So, I mean, it's easy. This you're right. Both games should basically be axed out. Just give the team, the Buccaneers a win. Don't even show up. It's going to be the Brady show all day on ESPN. Brady. And somewhere throughout I guarantee you this. I'm going to say this. Throughout this game, LeBron's going to text something or tweet something, and ESPN's going to lose their mind. I'm taking the Buccaneers.
I knew you were going to say that. Somewhere, a tweet, something's going to come through. Yeah.
Yes.
It usually does.
Yes.
All right, Ice. Tell us what you think is going to happen this week. Other than your picks, what are you looking forward to in this week? Games to watch, players to watch, things of that sort.
Wow. The Baltimore-Pittsburgh game for sure. Looking forward to that because everybody's pumped up and hyped up about Pittsburgh, and they're playing well. But I think this is an opportunity for Baltimore to kind of get back on track and show what they're ready to do because they need this game. This is very important for them. I know they think the only team really that can get them the business is besides Kansas City is probably Tennessee, but Pittsburgh's been making a run, so they need to make this happen. The other game would be Seattle and San Francisco. I think just kind of seeing Russell Wilson and his team get back on point, winning a division game will be interesting as well. And watching, I just want to see the Bengals game too, because even though I know they're not going to win, I did not pick them. I like seeing the development of not Andy Dalton, I'm sorry, but Burrow. And Burrow, this is what dreams are made of, right? When you watch football, you have a team and they get the first round pick or they get the first pick and they throw that rookie in there and you kind of go, man, they're losing, but damn it, he's playing his butt off. He don't want to lose. He comes in, brings some excitement, some energy, and they're scoring points. I think it bodes well for that franchise. So I want to watch that game as well.
Yeah. Black, what are you looking forward to this weekend? Players, teams, games?
Hit a couple of them. I mean, that Seattle-San Francisco game should be a very good game. Again, see how Tennessee responds. I know even they had a game they probably could have won. How they respond, how the Saints go about their business. What's really going to happen with Chicago? Like you said, the quarterback and the coach are kind of like going at different things. And I agree with what Chicago people are feeling. Nagy, you boys have been this quarter, whatever. We haven't seen it since you've been there. And to me, sometimes when you're heralded all this, take the talent that you have and make it work, bro. And that's what he needs to do. Outside of that, man, I will, it seems like I'm always kind of saying what the NFL does with their business. They came out today and said that they're going to probably have 20% of the fans in the Super Bowl. So even what's going on, they're going to allow 20% of people to come in and watch the Super Bowl. And we already know it might be in March. Forget March Madness. It might be March.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And ironically, man, they're only down when you think about what's been going on. No fans there, whatever the case may be. It's a power football, bro. They're only down, 12% in viewership. And I think the colder it gets, I think that's going to increase. But sports in general, people aren't really kind of tuning in. And I think part of it, not saying with the NFL, but I think people found things to do when the NFL or football wasn't around. But down 12%, bro, with everything that's been going on, that's not bad. And the games are pretty good, bro. Overall, other than the Jets and the Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, and Washington, it's been pretty good football.
Yeah. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game and also the Green Bay-Minnesota game. I want to peek at that because that's a rivalry within the division. And the San Francisco-Seattle game that night. I think – no, it's not going to be at night.
It's at 4.
Today. Yep. At 4. I want to see that one. And also I want to see – because I think an interesting and intriguing game is Denver and the Chargers. They're both a division game. Even though I picked the Chargers, I wouldn't be surprised if Denver comes out the winner in that particular game because they do play tough in High Stadium. And then the Miami, I want to see Tua. I want to see Tua and see what he's all about. Even though hopefully he doesn't get crushed in that game. I picked the LA Rams, but please don't, Donald, please don't hurt Tua. Please don't hurt Tua.
Go down, Tua, go down.
Please don't hurt that brother, man. It's his first game. Please. I feel like that episode of Twilight Zone where the black boxer, Bowley, and the little boy crying, please, Bowley, please, please don't knock him out of the game. Please don't knock him out. I've been wanting to see him in the NFL for a long time. He's a left-handed quarterback. God knows we don't have enough left-handed quarterbacks. Let him throw the ball. Let him just get through a decent game. Let it be a good game. But those are the games I really want to check out. I'm also intrigued with Cleveland and Las Vegas. I want to see if Baker Mayfield can come up with 2 good games in a row and see how they're responding. I want to see whether or not they can get that running game going to kind of run through the Raiders and see what type of defense the Raiders have. I know the Raiders are going to lead in penalties, but I want to see what type of running game that the Browns can kind of generate and run through the Raiders and see if the Raiders can stop it. Final thoughts, Black?
I'm just ready for some good football, man. It should be a good weekend. Like I said earlier, it's a tough week in a sense for us trying to pick them because some of these games, man, it's just not much to kind of lean on. Some of these teams are kind of looking at each other almost about a 50-50. So that makes it good, like the parity. So that is going to make it a very interesting week of football. And I think it's too soon for them to kind of flip out of the game on Sunday with the Eagles and the Cowboys. But if they could, they should basically put that San Fran-Seattle game on, man, and let people watch it.
Yeah. I'm not interested in watching the Cowboys in Philadelphia. I've seen enough of them to know what type of football you're going to get by now. So I don't want to. I'm not looking forward to seeing that. Maybe they'll surprise us. Ice, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I know that the standings changed a little bit. We got a little flippity flop and some moving pieces, which I like because of the fact that it's going to make it kind of tight. So your picks really count now.
It's tight.
Yeah, picks count. So 1 or 2 games you could be flipping back and forth. So it's interesting. I'm glad I kind of went first this week. I had to bring the, apparel out, but bring that out to make sure that I was on point. I didn't want to have any excuses or anybody saying something about me. So I came prepared. But it's interesting. 1 game I could have been right there with Pops, but that's all right. I can wait a week. But yes, we can move forward. But it's going to be interesting, especially that Baltimore game, Baltimore-Pittsburgh. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
He chose to do my pick next week, man.
What's that?
He chose to do my picks next week.
We'll see if we can get on the show.
You bringing him in as your guest?
No, I'm just playing, bro.
I'm saying, what? Is you gonna put your picks in her hands? It still count the same way, right? Look, you don't get no do-overs because it's Bicho. Look, hey, we don't care on here.
So I got to do my own picks, man, because I got to stand on my own toes at the end of the season. I can't do like I did last year, bro. I got to do better than last year.
This race is getting tight, like 2 breastises and a push-up bra.
Got there now. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing better than that. Push him up, push him up, push him up.
All right. We will see you Monday on the first 40 and next week in week 9 of the NFL. Good luck, fellas, but not so much. We'll talk to you later.
See y'all, sponsors. Love y'all. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's all right.
That's nice, bro. That's nice.
What did you wear tonight?
Because I had to come ready. I'm ready to go to another level, brother.
Uh-oh.
You know, so
I know what that means.
I had to feel it. You got to keep going. And if I'm done here, I'm going to continue on another level. Love those sponsors. Love y'all.
Oh man, this is incredible. We could go on. I don't know. We can go on.
Yeah, you can't follow, baby. Hard to follow that, baby. Hard to follow.
You should have one of them squeeze bottles, and then a pail on the side. This, you know.
You know what? Don't be surprised we have a break and somebody wipe my brow. I'm just saying. You never know.
Oh.
Turn on the lights, baby.